for you. I will take the next speaker so it save time. May I speak Professor Shashidhara to come in because there is some technical problem. And he will talk about science of future India, changing the work climate, the work culture, diversifying the funding resources.
Thank you very much for seeing me for giving this opportunity. I think this debate about future of science or future of the country and how the science and technology can shape the country's future or how the country's future will shape science and technology, the way we practice. This discussion is going on for more than 20 years now, I guess, since almost when we started in 1995 onwards. 5 years before the 21st century started, the discussion started on what would be the next millennium be like, and also it's going on for some time. But in the beginning, it was like more romantic view about wow, we are getting into a new millennium, and we should do something different. And then the problems of the life will catch up, and then we'll start off going a very different trajectory. And now that we are almost close to 20 years in the new millennium, I thought it's also an interesting way to look back and how we have actually adjusted ourselves. Have we adjusted? To what extent we have adjusted? Particularly, I'm using 1995 as a starting point because that's when actually, internet really penetrated more or less the whole world. And 1995 onwards, we really in the internet era, and that's what has changed the way we do science, the way we talk to each other, communicate to each other, and the pace at which science is moving is also has remarkably changed. So, if you just quickly go through the history of science, there's a reason I'm mentioning that most of us are in science because of the passion, because of the romance with science, rather than actually science, like science for social good kind of stuff. But once you get into the science, then you really see the remarkable change that we can cause to the society. That's when we start thinking about science, translation of science, and so forth. Right? And for really 2,000 years, it was really individual-based science, mostly driven by romance and passion. And the way science was communicated across, vertically and horizontally generations was in a slow pace. Pre-Gutenberg era was mostly through word of mouth, and post-Gutenberg it was through books. Again, it was at a slow pace, not so much. And also the science was really not so state-funded, and that started mostly in the 20th century. It was more institutionalized, and also it was more internationalized. In the beginning of the 20th century. And then, of course, the boundary between science and technology is also getting blurred. And earlier it was very clearly distinct. Technology often was actually ahead of science, and science was trying to catch up with the technology. And now science, of course, driving the technology very often, and no one wants to develop a technology without knowing the science of it. And that science technology boundary is getting blurred. Then future. I've sort of picked up this title future of science rather than science for future, or how simply because many times Tata used to have fundamental science rather than started for fundamental science. Right? So science for science and technology, science for science and technology for science is something what we are all looking. Because one of the major achievements of science, particularly since the use of microscopes and telescopes, is how technology has helped us to understand the world beyond our own sensory perceptions. Irrespective of what kind of the light we can detect through our naked eyes, what kind of decibels of sound we can perceive, we have been able to understand the world beyond what we can see, what we can hear, what we can smell with the help of technology. And that's what science has contributed at large to the society, right? And that's going to really go forward in a very big way, for which obviously we need to develop new technology. So there's going to be a lot of work going to be done on developing new technology for science itself. For example, if you want to get a better understanding of gravity or space, dark matter, origin of life, and human cognition and consciousness, the kind of technology we need to develop is which you cannot even imagine what it would be like. Right? The second is the science for technology. Obviously, just the previous speaker, Professor Shashidhara, talked about how we need to really come out of the polluting or the climate change, global warming, fossil fuel to clean energy, the kind of technology we need to develop, the kind of science that the physics and chemistry of the science behind the technology we need to. Then science for social harmony. This is another, particularly in the way the communication is happening across the society, and what are the types of conflict is coming out. Conflict is because of the, let's say, climate change, global warming, inequality, water problems, scarcity of water. All of these things are also creating problems in the society. There are more conflicts, and science, the better understanding of the science, better understanding of the methods of science, and what's called scientific temper, hopefully will help in reducing the conflict. And that's also one of our major responsibilities in society. Just again this is for the whole world, it's not just about India. And so in India particularly, again, many people have spoken about it and want to get into this details. India is now almost fourth largest economy in the world and 1.3 billion, a highly diverse democratic country. For such large country to become such prosperous in 70 years is really remarkable in the history of any countries. Short 70 years of time. And much of this was possible because of application of science and technology in building the nation by creating self-sufficient food, better healthcare, and and also whole new generation of self-confident Indians who work both in India and outside the country, and transcending the whole world, and took adventure career path, for IT, pharma, space research, and other sectors. In about 70 years of our, there are many interesting stories. Shekhar mentioned few of them from CSR. CSR is one of the major contributors to this story. One of the things what we did in the first 70 years, if you want to, because that's what the foundation for what we want to think about future of Indian science. One is we have institutionalized the science. Until 1947, science was still passionate, endeavor for few individuals, whether it's Raman or Bose or PC Bedre or whoever it is, right? So, but since independence, beginning again establishment of CSR, we have institutionalized the science, which has really, bringing science to the society in a very large way, involving a large number of people, and very good infrastructure to do science and to communicate science. Then we have these are all the very different agencies which have provided this. The public awareness of science and its impact is pretty remarkable. Actually, very often we think that science is ignored. Science is, maybe among the politicians and certain kinds of, media, it may not be reflected. But all of us who go to, directly in towns to give lectures, I'm sure you all have noticed when you go to a high school or those small colleges in a rural place, you will be flocked by, by those students and wanting to ask so many questions about science. I don't think they are not asking about science for the purpose of any application, improving agriculture or improving their day-to-day life. They want to know, the world through news. And that kind of passion is actually built in the last 70 years of building the science and technology in the country, has actually penetrated pretty well. And we need to now use that talent. What we have not done yet is, of course, make best use of the passionate individuals who are there, a very large number out there in dietary towns. And that's where one of the things we need to do. Of course, that comes under the education government. There is a separate session on education tomorrow. And what are the challenges we need to address? The society-related problems we need to address beyond the pure science-related problem that I mentioned, whether it's gravity or human cognition. This poverty and inequality is still very large. Although we are both largest, at the same time we also have the poorest poor sections of the society. And of course we have to go through sustainable development, climate change, global warming, environmental pollution. All of these are making anything that we want to develop immediately becomes unsustainable. Either we don't have the right type of natural resources or we don't use the right type of energy for that purpose. So we'll have a much more burden because there can be new epidemics, populations, more urbanization, global warming, all these combinations would also bring new types of epidemics unheard of before. Or there are areas which were completely, pure of any type of, vector-borne diseases may start, killing. For example, already the many of the mountains, Himalayan mountains at the medium height level, which were actually initially didn't have any, the disease carrying mosquitoes. Those mosquitoes went in because of the global warming, and you can also see dengue and chikungunya kind of diseases in those fields, which was unheard of this before. So now, obviously, all of this is possible only when we improve our knowledge production and use the knowledge for solving these problems. So that means we need to become knowledge economy rather than a service economy, right? And for that, I already mentioned that we need to facilitate high quality research in smaller towns across the country, expand our basic science, and we need to seamlessly connect between science and technology. And actually, it's already happening to a large extent at all levels. Our ability to do translation research is somewhere still lacking. That's one of the things we need to improve. I'll come to that point. Academia, industry, healthcare center, primary producers of food and nutrition, society at large, we all need to be connected to. How many of us who work in the agriculture area could actually connect to the farmers and try to understand the real life problems and see what else we can do. And research and education, we need to do. Again, one step back, what is where we are and where we need to add go. Right? We are still largely single payer based research, although there are a large number of network projects or collaborative projects are being encouraged and funded. There are many special schemes only fund collaborative research that basically making people to come together and do collaborative research, but that needs to be improved. The quality of that collaborative research should be improved because we need better monitoring system for that. So while we are good in basic and applied science, we are, as I told you, we are not that good. I should not use the word poor, but I have to put it there. In multi-payer, multi-institutional, and multinational projects too. In physics, the mega projects India is getting involved and it is delivered, but at the same time it's not enough. In biology or in chemistry, we not really got involved in any of the mega projects of the world. Again, India has itself. Our monsoon mission is one of those international projects India initiated because India has a larger interest in the monsoon, although it affects a few other small countries in Southeast Asia. But still, India initiated mega projects is still lacking. I think that's where India has to move and take the lead. In many times, it's not necessarily based on whether it's Indian school of thought, initiating that project. If we can actually take up a project, it's simply because that has, much more impact on Indian society, simply because of the kind of population we have, and start funding it and gather intellect from all over the world to drive the project. But because of India funding in India is larger, part of the benefit of India. Again, last mile connection, translation research will still need to improve. And we have still, all these things, we need more human resources in the coming decades, and that we have to start planning now itself. There's another session on education tomorrow. One of the things we need to still improve, ISERS which started giving that indicators that undergraduate education and post-grad education should be combined with research, and again, the dichotomy is still going on for some time. And many of the problems that we have are, there are many reasons. There are some structural things we need to change. There can be some cultural, historical baggage we need to sort of worry about, and we need to change our way we look at our own society and how we want to change. Of course, financial burden is a major part, and how much a country of our kind with so much of poverty inequalities can afford the kind of science that we want to do. Whether it can afford as much as Japan or Germany or US is funding science. Right? One has to really worry about it. That's where one has to put, our priorities. All of this require a different type of training, so that we need to understand the nature of the science that we need to do, where we are, where we need to go, and what kind of funding is available, how much state can fund, how much cannot fund, what are the realistic way we can raise funds. All of these things we need to have an understanding. Otherwise, we have keep hearing in very different mentorship meetings, and young investigators keep complaining about lack of science funding, lack of infrastructural support, and kind of things. And if you continuously develop these negative feelings, the productivity comes down. But if you have a better understanding of the system, why we are here, based on some historical understanding, hopefully there will be one more proactive and enthusiastic to contribute to science. I think I'll skip this. I'll try to finish in time. Already told. As we are moving forward to generate human resources, India has a huge potential. Demographic dividend again is a cliche everybody is talking about. We have 150 million people who are in the age group of 18 to 23 year age group, which is basically undergraduate to postgraduate age group. And if you do our education right in this coming decade, I think we are going to flood not only India, the rest of the world with highly skilled human resources. And that's what we need to aim for. All of us have to get involved somehow in education, irrespective of what has happened so far, what's going to should happen. I think one thing we can all do good is about education, because we are all academic people, and if we are all getting involved in some way, directly or indirectly in education, at least the next generation will be better than us. So for that, laterally at least, if not in structurally, hopefully UGC is also changing through new education policy. There are some, structural changes being introduced to the curriculum, syllabus, pedagogy, and hopefully there will be major changes to our education system. And also laterally, also we can bring in some more, changes by ourselves involved in the education system, right? And we need to really change the way we think. For example, we always try to look at the society as these are the problems, we need to see the problem. But these problems, by the time they get solved, the new problems will be there. So there's never ending to list the problems. Rather, we need to only talk about how students can solve the problems, right? Irrespective of what problem. We don't know what problem they're going to solve. If 20 years later, what is really the problem? Today, let's say 10 years, in 2030, entire country is full of electric vehicles and no fossil fuels. But would that solve all the problems? Maybe 2030 there will be a new set of problems, again related to energy and transportation and kind of stuff. So only those students who know, or that's the time they are scientists like this, and they are the ones who should solve the problem. I think our education should be only to how to solve the problem, not necessarily specifically which problem to solve. That can be as a case study rather than, but our current education is too content specific and less on concept notes. So that's why we need to change somewhat one, and for which we also need to hold a new generation of teachers. Again, we are not doing enough for teachers training. That's going to be the largest job market. Everybody is talking about jobs and losing jobs, but one job is going to be forever in this country is the job of teachers, because if 23% of the students, the eligible students are coming to higher education, every year that's increasing 1 or 2%. Every year we need to add 500,000 teachers, and that's going to be the largest job market anywhere in the world. But much more than that is in the context of science and technology, we lack a critical mass to generate new thoughts, new ideas, new technology, and new collaborations and to translational abilities. Is simply because we are still, this is 5 now, we are slightly older. For every 10,000 workforce, organized workforce, not the unorganized sector, the full-time science and technology personnel in India is just about 5. Whereas look at these countries, they are very, very large. China has now come to about 24. So what it see is you need that kind of a critical mass for ideas to be churned and thoughts to get converted into some products. And that's what I think we need to do. And that's where the skills mission, but this Skill India mission is not about labors or manual skills. It's about the highly intellectual skills inside technology, and we need to improve that. And apparently the high-end skill itself, at that level itself, close to about 50 million people would be required by 2030. The rest of the world is simply because of the aging population in that world. And India alone can provide that one if we do our education well and right and after fulfilling our own internal needs. And this requires international collaboration, because if you want to develop the right skills for the world at large to solve the problems of the society. And what are the benefits for India? One is lateral inclusion of quality and technology, integration with global efforts in science and technology. Whereas benefits for the world is even collaboration with Indian scientists working in niche areas, close interaction with the largest scientific literate population in the world, and which is and which will make a big impact on the whole world. and close tie with tomorrow's leader in science and technology, business, diplomacy, and politics. Wherever you go now, Indians are anyway doing very well, and they are hired in many places in industry, academia, politics also, many. In US and UK elections every year, every time that election happens, there are so many Indians are doing. So science diplomacy can also be used if you do education plan. Coming to the funding part, we are still definitely underfunded, and it's whatever the increase that happened in the small increase will still be less compared to the expansion that's happening in science and technology. We are expanding it almost close to about 1.5 times the number of scientists per year. We are adding. I don't think we are adding budget 1.5 times. It's only more or less the same. We've added to the inflation when we just correct it, right? So in a way we are underfunded, it's true. I'm talking about only this basic and applied science, which is about 2.5 billion across all these R&D funding agencies, excluding the agriculture, health, space, atomic energy, IT, electronics, and all. But if the 2.5 billion is very small. I mean, it's like maybe 1/6 of the NIH budget in the US, but only for the health itself. So again, I think Dr. Shivaram may talk about very different aspect of state funding versus other ways of funding. And particularly the state funding interest is because we want to take the product of science and technology initiative for the societal good. It could be for defense or it could be for other purposes, right? Or food and nutrition and education, right? So, but funding basic science also started in 20th century, thinking that basic science will contribute to the new technology at some point, and it's better to fund basic science, not necessarily because of the law of the romance of the science. Of course, that could be for individuals, for us, but not necessarily for the lawmakers and the politicians. But this is already changing. All over the world, it's changing, right? The funding for science is more for translational work. When you know for sure there's going to be a product within 4 or 5 years, and it may cost let's say 100 rupees, somehow you'll be able to make it 80 rupees, they will fund it, right? So much of the funding is going to be for translation research, not even basic applied research, forget about basic one. And we need to reorient ourselves with this reality of the world. So for this, we need to have an alternate source of funding, particularly philanthropy should come forward, and hopefully it's already happening in most part of the world, particularly in the US and Europe, but some part of Europe. And India has just started beginning, and we do have philanthropy coming up in India. And for one of the reasons we may not have philanthropy is because maybe some mistrust or colonies culture. How many people are actually the wealthy people want to give for science and technology for research rather than giving it to some religious purposes or charity for directly for poor people. So we need to build also the trust saying that it will provide funding for research. It will finally eventually help the society. It will help alleviating the poverty, inequality, and that confidence once it's given to the philanthropist, hopefully we will also be able to attract large amount of philanthropy in India. In fact, India is now has large number of very rich corporates and rich individuals, and if philanthropy sort of seeps in, and I think it's going to change the way we do science. I just want to give you 2 examples. One is Shekhar Mandey he just walked out there. Shekhar is also here. Yeah. So we were in Vijayawada, had 2 husband and wife, couple doctors who whatever they earned for 40 years of clinical practice, they have made a foundation that donated everything to that foundation, and that foundation will fund research. And so there was a call this year, and they've identified one group to fund research. And this is not like typically again philanthropy or charity in India is to fund for building so that the building will have their name. These people they clearly for research. 3 crore rupee grant they have given to one group. Every year they want to give 3 crore rupees. And a small philanthropist gives 3 crore rupees purely for research. You can buy chemicals, you can buy small equipment, you can hire research personnel. And that's the kind of money they are giving, and they'll have a different evaluation. That's also interesting because we need to change the way we evaluate our research. We identify the beneficiaries for funding that sort of philanthropy will bring in new ways of doing science also, simply because they will monitor differently and then assess our research differently than the government-funded agencies. And we also need more research universities. Again, just to create more infrastructure for research. Again, we have very small number of research institutes, CSR, DST, and then universities and IITs and ISERs. Again, research university concept we need to reintroduce in India and also expand. Right? And large number of mission project, mega project, need large number of human resources. That university is the best place to do this because we'll have large number of masters and PhD students who can be plugged into such large project. If there's a professor of a research university, he's part of the mega project. Obviously, for that we need some training and leadership skills. We need some better training and leadership skills for translation research, particularly military scientists have to go through this, effectively participate in mission mode mega projects, effectively communicate to the public, policy makers, philanthropists, how we do science, what for we do science, and how science can impact the society. There are small initiatives already happening in this direction and right direction. For example, DST has started a new initiative called SATI. It's sophisticated analytical and technical help. I don't know what, there may be some word which we see. Anyway, so the idea is, all of us, because of the sophisticated instrument need for doing science, cutting edge science, it's becoming more and more expensive. A 3 crore grant may be insufficient for a 5-year project. So we're all looking for, 5 crores, 6 crores kind of a grant because you can buy a confocal or an LCMS or other mass specs. So instead, what DST wants to do is, 100-150 crore worth of equipment will be put in across the country in different places. Each one will basically be used, only 70-80% of the total time will be used by externals and by paying the pay. In fact, it's mandatory to provide those services rather than voluntary. That helps in smaller places to apply for a smaller grant and paying the user fees, go and use confocal microscope to any type of a special instrument, including all kinds of material science related or biology related instruments, right? And to that extent, MHRD started this task to take research to Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns and provide funds to use facilities in nearby cities. And this is another initiative by MHRD, which is also hopefully will take the science to the smaller areas. And MHRD has another program called LEAP, Leadership for Academicians program. If it is done well, hopefully some of the point that I mentioned here, can be provided training to. This is all for mid-career scientists who have done well to do better, and hopefully will change the leadership of this country in a very different way. And I have to mention, because they are in INSA meeting, that many of these initiatives are a reflection of the policy statement that all academies made this in 2017 to the Prime Minister of India, and some of these initiatives are actually mentioned at that time that we should start this. And of course, we need to have another level of paradigm shift in the way we do science, for which we need more liberal arts program, and obviously philanthropy-based research, intensive universities, and a couple of examples are already in place. These are all crowdfunding research university, not an individual corporate starting university. And these kind of crowdfunding universities, anybody can start in anywhere, and hopefully more and more such small universities can come. They're all very small universities. We don't want to scale it up to too many, and that's the kind of places will have more intensive research on any one particular area, which will have the way to do science. I think I'll stop here. Thank you.